conditions of the world. I find this extremely interesting, and the reason for this is because as soon as you know that we use stories to regulate our emotions, and as soon as you know that there are two types of information that we need to gather, one being factual information and the other information about how we should behave, then you have the possibility of reading mythological accounts, or stories in general, from a completely different perspective. Because you don't have to think anymore, well, this mythological account, for example, the creation of the world, has no relationship whatsoever to evolutionary theory. We know evolutionary theory is more accurate, therefore this whole sequence of accounts has to be cast into the realm of like pseudoscience or superstition. Well, then you lose all the information that's in those stories. As soon as you know that those stories aren't concerned in the least with the construction of the objective world, but are concerned with the world as it has significance, well then you have a whole new way of approaching them, a whole new mode of interpreting them. And you can start to understand the nature of the stories that actually underlie our culture. And believe me, that's so useful. Well, it's so useful you can hardly believe it. You find all of a sudden that all these stories that you've heard since your earliest days, stories that are basically rationally incomprehensible, as soon as you twist your presuppositions about their origins just 45 degrees, then you can see the order in them and exactly what it is that they're trying to put forth. And they all of a sudden make sense. Well, I think, knowing this, regardless of its implications for social conflict, knowing that, getting a key to the meaning of these stories, that's worth having to plow your way through all the information that you have to read in this course. Because I'll tell you, you'll go see things, see movies, and read novels, and look at myths, and you'll think, oh, I know what that means now. Isn't it so interesting if that's what it means? You can immediately see the relationship between the story and your own, and the position that you occupy in the midst of things. It's very fascinating. So we're interested in representation.